Time now for the Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.
Nancy Pelosi posted yesterday on X that we got to get to the bottom of this Epstein thing. Everything must be disclosed. What is the president trying to hide? On the same day, she goes on live television, and this tells me that Pelosi does not, in fact, author her own posts on X, which is not necessarily a shock, but says this, 2965. Take a listen.
Is it your sense there's anything the president can do now to get his supporters to move off of the Epstein issue? Should he? Where do you land on this?
You know, again, this is a distraction. This is a distraction. We have major issues right here with things we're voting on today in the Congress, again, in terms of the rescission that the president and the Senate have sent back over.
Yeah. So my question is, if Democrats keep pounding this drum that there's more to be released and Trump is trying to hide it, and then Pelosi says it's all a distraction to keep people from focusing on the wicked stuff Trump is doing legislatively and the bills and all of this that he's signing, which is it? And I got to thinking about a White House probably having their first communication struggle, I think, in 6 months. It's probably fair to say. Well, a guy who did the job I thought would be the perfect guest to opine on this. He is Sean Spicer, host of his own wildly popular Sean Spicer Show. You should get it on YouTube or Rumble or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. At Sean Spicer on X. Mr. Spicer, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Stegall. By the way, pet peeve of mine, when you showed, I don't think the radio audience can see that if you're not watching on the video here, but when MSNBC had that interview, they Chiron her is what it's called, Speaker Emerita, as if that's an actual title. And it grades on me because for a bunch of people who talk about misinformation and lying and whatever, like that, the Speaker of the House is a title bestowed upon by the entire House. It's not, and she has never been voted on for that title. You can't just I know this is off topic, but those are the little things that annoy the crap out of me from a bunch of people who are so sanctimonious about facts, information. It's like, okay, well, you're lying because that's not a title that's actually ever been bestowed on her, frankly, or anybody else for that matter.
Which do you think she means? This is a big distraction, or what was posted on X? The president must be transparent. What is he hiding? Which I think somebody else wrote for her. So what's the truth in Pelosi and the two takes yesterday?
I actually had an interesting, a slightly different take, which is that I think she means it's a distraction because she wanted to be talking about issues. I mean, she said we have so much going on. And then I think a bunch of the folks in the Democratic caucus said, hey, I know you're not in charge anymore, but we had decided that we were going to say this was a big deal. We were going to be asking for all this. And so she had to pivot back. And that's where I come down on this, is that I think she got her talking points sideways. Because here's the thing that's I've asked a lot of people, which is because a lot of Democrats are like, oh, we're all together. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll admit that they are rallying around the flag on this Epstein thing. But I'm like, I've been doing politics for 30 years. And I'm like, you tell me, do you really, honest to God, believe that you're going to go to the American people and say, guess what? We fought for transparency on Jeffrey Epstein for you. This week alone, President Trump could go to the American people and be like, big, beautiful bill, rescissions package saving you money. The border is closed, signed another trade deal, did some stuff on fentanyl. And I'm literally just I'm trying to think of like a few of the other things.
I made a list earlier. Yes, it's an extensive list in 6 months.
Maha wins. I mean, Chris, this is this week. And my point is, we can always, like, it is a distraction from what we're actually getting done. It kind of pisses me off. But I do think, and I'm hoping that this missive that he gave Pam Bondi to get other stuff kind of starts to put this to bed, because we're undermining the achievements that he's getting for this country.
Okay, so let's do the Wall Street Journal bit for a minute. I think it's stupid. I mean, I don't even know. I haven't even read the report. Can I be honest with you? I saw what they were going to release. I saw the stupid sketch. I saw the stupid poem or whatever the hell they claim he wrote to Epstein. Trump said, I didn't write it. I don't draw sketches, and I'm going to sue your pants off. That's enough for me. I mean, I am not giving the benefit of the doubt. And the Wall Street Journal hates his guts, by the way. They hate his populism. They hate his border policy because there are open borders there. They hate his tariff policy because they love cheap stuff being made in China. The Wall Street Journal's been hostile to Trump. We know that. So this is just it's a media smear. I'm confident it is. You?
Yeah, again, I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying, but I also kind of go, and I don't mean to I think Jeffrey Epstein is a scumbag. I think what he did to young women, and they should get justice, and he should be held accountable. With all that being said, is, you and I have known each other a while. We have a buddy in common, Larry O'Connor, and we joke around, and I don't know what two dudes, you're writing something for someone's 50th birthday and kind of trying to be, maybe you're being funny and maybe you're being inappropriate. Again, two dudes who have admittedly known each other for a while, might make some kind of funny comments to each other at a birthday. Again, it's more like I don't put any stock into it. It wasn't like this is unsealed grand jury testimony where someone was under oath and admitted to the following. So to me, I find it, I do find the whole thing sort of just beneath. It's like, okay, so so what? What does this have to do with anything?
So so you're saying whether it's true or whether it's not, it's of no consequence to you, is what you're saying?
Yes, I mean, in other words, it was this woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, had put together a book of people saying hey, it's Jeffrey's 50th birthday. Can you write something kind of cute or personal or funny? And there's Alan Dershowitz wrote some funny legal or offhanded legal joke to him about something or other with witnesses. I guess my point is I don't get what this gets us. To me, it's two dudes kind of trying to be funny to each other about it.
All right, you're under oath. You're under oath, counselor. Are you ready? You've worked with and been around Donald Trump for a long time. Have you ever seen Donald Trump freehand sketch a naked lady?
No.
Have you ever seen him freehand sketch anything?
No. But also, again, it goes back to look, dude. I've doodled before? Maybe you have. I mean, you're on air all the time.
Sure, I doodle. I'm doodling now.
But could you? No, thank you. But I guess it gets back to what I'm saying. I don't care. I'm it's not like all this right. was a dissertation that he was publishing or under oath. It's two dudes, going back and forth. And so what? Have I said stupid, kind of funny, inappropriate things before? Yeah. I'll admit it right here on the Chris Paul show under fake oath. So I guess it goes back to I don't care. What are you? This is the big bomb? Oh my gosh! No,
I got it. So we'll move on to Bondi then. You and I have not talked since this whole thing became a thing. I think you agree, though. I can't know for sure. I haven't asked you. I think most of us agree Bondi didn't handle this well up front. I think if there was a hitch in this entire get-along, Bondi was the messenger and she was a problem early. So now she's trying, I think, with President Trump's lead, okay, go tell the judge, unseal everything, let's just get this over with, let it rip. He's standing with her. That frustrates a lot of people who think she should be sacked. So grade Bondi, and do you think this ask of the judge is going to put all this to bed?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, look, to your point, I know Pam. I like her a lot. But yes, this whole binder thing is what started it. They set the expectations. They told people, hey, we've got a binder with a bunch of stuff. And by the way, the binder ended with a page that said more to come. So they created this monster. Live by the sword, die by the sword. So anywho, I say all that because, now they got to fix it. And the answer to your question, though, is we'll see. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out if that was good enough or not.
Do you think, sincerely, do you think they're sitting, she, Cash, Dan, Trump, are they sitting on something explosive that they just cannot bear to share with the American people? Do you believe that?
I don't know. The answer, Chris, is I don't know, because we all know that there's inappropriate material that's part of this, videos and witness statements that are from victims, etc. And so, but here's what I do think. Regardless of what comes out, they need to explain more, right? So
yes.
Part of this is to say, hey, I have watched a video. There are 5,242 videos. They are sexual in nature. They involve minors. It's inappropriate. But there are 5,000 or 62 or 50. But show me that you've actually the transparency isn't I need to or you need to see these videos. I mean, maybe some people disagree with that. But I feel like you're gaslighting me, telling me that, like, oh, nothing to see here. We know that's not true, right? The FBI.
You know what Trump did very well? You know this well better than anybody. What Trump did very well during COVID. What did he do? He went out almost daily and had like 2-hour press briefings. I wish he and Bondi would literally just stand before everyone for like 2 hours and say, all right, come on, give me everything you got. Throw me everything you got. I'm going to talk till we're all blue. That's what I'd like to see.
Well, I mean, but that's what the bar that they, I mean, even yesterday with Caroline talking about the president's health issues, and NBC this morning was like unprompted, unprompted, because you were used to covering for Biden. So it's, surprising to you to actually see transparency in action. And that's the problem, is that this president has a record of being extremely transparent and open and accountable. And so, we did this with Doge. We held government agencies accountable. And so you can't then stop and go, but on this one issue, we can't do this.
Yeah. And so does that tell you something? Anything? I don't know. I'm just wondering. That transparency everywhere else but this one.
Yeah. So the answer is, look, if I had to guess, if you look at who Epstein hung out with, the type of people and the location, could I see? I mean, look, so here's where I think. I think that there's a lot of people who have been caught in the Epstein web or net, right? Because of the location, the age, the professions. And there's a lot of people who have probably called President Trump or people around him and said, hey, Joe Smith, yes, I was at this party, I did this thing, and I know that, they took a deposition, or somebody said I was next to Bob Smith, and therefore my name's going to come out. You're going to destroy my family, my business. And 50 people have said that. Like, I haven't had due process. I haven't defended my name. And this isn't fair. Like, I'm on a list. So what? Like, what have I done wrong? I get that.
Yeah.
No. So
yeah.
You're asking, I'm not excusing. Don't get me wrong. You're asked, like, why? And I think that's the only plausible thing that I can come up with.
Got it. No, I got it. And look, if you want evidence of what you're talking about, look at how that CEO with his arms wrapped around his coworker at the concert. Look at how that's turned out for him. And that's just that. Okay, I got to run. Sean Spicer, don't miss his show. Please catch it. It's good.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel. Stay informed anytime, anywhere with the Salem News Channel and 9:30 a.m. TheAnswer.com. This has been The Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.
It's Chris Stigall, and you're watching The Answer Now TV.